I'm on a sailboat down in Ocean City, New Jersey, and they're going to be taking us down to the Bahamas, so we're out on a shakedown cruise. All right, we're going to take the cover off the sail. That's it. Good. If you don't know, you look at a flag. Where's the flag? Right there. Not only that, but if that flag is standing straight out, you don't go out. But if it's like half mast like that, halfway, that's good sailing. Now, if you don't know anything about sailing, because the wind's blowing, that there is a roller furling. You see the roller part of it? That's going to roll that sail out in the top end. There's the winches, one on that side, one on this side, and you're going to roll, and we're going to pull that roller furling out.
To go that way.
So that's it. We got the full sail out here. So we're sailing with the jib. Wind's coming from this direction. It's like an airplane wing, and it kind of draws you in. Then we're gonna have to tack to go that way. Moving the boat. You can see the boat moving. So we're going that way. Tacking. We're going this way. That's green buoy on that side. You get over here, out there, that's red. Red right returning. When you're coming back from the ocean, red should be on your right. But that's not always the case. You got to check your charts. And we're raising the main. Going into the wind and raising the main. Okay. If you look way over there, Ferris wheel out there to Ocean City. See it? We're following, what'd you call this thing again?
Navionics.
Yep, we're following the Navionics. Where are we right now?
No, I just gotta hit this little button and I'll take us to there.
Here's our position right there. I'm going to do a little talking about navigation. This is an old chart from 1973, and I was in the Navy during that era. And for the last part of my Navy service, I was a navigator. So I'm going to show you some old school ways that we had to do it back then, 40-some years ago. This is a compass. This is true north. And this is the compass with magnetic north. And we'd have one, same thing over here. Down here is our nautical miles scale, and then we come over here, we have our longitude, and we'd have our latitude. So when we're coming into a harbor like this, and we on the ship they had a compass on this side of the bridge and a compass on the other side of the bridge, and you'd sight that through the true north. So let's just say this guy sees this point at 310 mark. You'd say 310. So we'd come down here to our thing. We'd hit 310 magnetic, which would be right there. And I'm doing this with one hand. You gotta forgive me. What I'm doing. See what I'm doing? You usually have to do this with two hands, but you move it and it slipped a little, but you get the idea. So there's 310. So we know that guy's sighting that up on that line. Okay, now this guy's looking at it and he's seeing 030 from that point. So we go down to our magnetic and we look for 030, and we would do the same thing. Walk this up to that point without making it slip. See how we're making that knot slip? And we draw a line, and where those two lines meet, that's where we were. Second way to do it is if you could see this point and just say this point on the radar was 2,000 yards off, which is a nautical mile, you would draw this, a line. And let's say this point right there was 2,000 yards off. We would draw the line right there, and that's where the ship would be. So if you were right there and you wanted to go to that buoy, you would go over to here where that line was. They'd say, what course should we go on? And we would have to go back to the compass like this until, and we would say, you are going to hit 295. The course would be 295, and that helmsman would go 295 to get there. Now, when we were out in the ocean, the middle of the ocean, I was involved in the first testing of the GPS. Had nothing to do with developing it, but I was on the first ship they were testing it on. But we were out in the middle of the Indian Ocean. They were just testing it to see if it would work. It was a military thing. And the only way you knew where you were was you'd have to shoot the stars in the morning. You shoot the stars in the evening. You get the sun and the moon. You would go over a mountain or a volcano in the ocean. You take a depth reading. You would have Loran and an Omega, which was they would measure radio beams, but they couldn't trust it because the Russians could bend it. Or you basically dead reckon like Columbus. You know how fast you're going. You know which way the current's going, which way the wind's blowing. You dead reckon just like Columbus. Or you'd see a ship out in the middle of the ocean, you'd trade positions to know where you were. That's how you knew where you were in the early 70s. So I just want to show you that. Now we're going to go to John, and we're going to look at New School. Okay, John's sitting on his navigation desk here, and he's going to explain. This is an iPad, right?
Yes.
And
I bought an iPad.
And then
the Apple 10.5 iPad.
Right.
For navigation instead of a Garmin or a conventional.
Right.
And put it in this Otter box to protect it.
So how does it work when you want to use it to...
Yeah, I just turn this on here.
Right.
And
this is a program that you pay for?
I paid for a Navionics I'm using.
Navionics.
And it was like $50.
Yeah. I'm not going to look at your password. Go ahead.
And,
all right.
And here it is here.
Right.
So, you know, I just fire it up, Navionics.
Right.
And press OK. And that little red deal there, it shows me there I am.
There you are, right.
And then here is, you know, the area right out here, as we can see.
Yeah.
And it shows the depths, and it shows the buoys.
Right.
And everything. And if I want the tides as well.
It'll show the tides?
Yeah, I can just go here, right there, and then the tides come up down the bottom. It shows you where they're at now.
Okay.
And I can look forward to see where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
It's really, really nice, detailed.
It's really nice.
And you can put routes in there. Say we want to go somewhere, so I'm going to make an automatic route. So let's go. We're going to start when we leave. We're going to start from right there.
Right.
And let's say we want to go out into the ocean. Well, how do you get out there? You got to go through here, and this is a pretty hairy inlet. And here's the ocean out here. So I'm going to say we want to get to the ocean. So there, I want to go to there. So it calculated it and popped up. And then when I go sailing now, I just follow that route.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll put it on the thing later when we watch it.
Right.
Okay.
And it'll take us out there.
Good.
So.
Anything else that it does special?
Well, a lot of things special.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a menu here that you can, track your routes. You can put markers. You can update the map options. The boat's heading here. You can head up. You can course up. There's, easy view. There's not magnified. I magnified it for the old guy.
Yeah.
Tells you the water, once we get out here and we're actually using it, the speed and the depth and everything will come out. Like when you said when a route, I'll pick one of my other routes that I have a whole bunch of them in here. We'll just pick a random one. And that random one, I have it already laid out to go down the coast of Jersey, through Cape May, up to Delaware, and I started it to end it up in here.
Right.
But
Pretty neat.
yeah, as you can see, it tells you up here, it'll tell you how fast you're going and the whole deal.
And it's a GPS.
Yeah, it's all with the GPS. So I'm going to stop that, and then actually if I press this, let's go back to where I started. Let's go back home, and there it is. It took me, there I am. So
Okay.
that's pretty cool. And I also have a couple other things on this iPad to go in conjunction with it. I have an app which is only a couple dollars, but it's called, I'm not sure what it's called here, but it shows the wind speeds and all. So we can go in here, and it shows the wind speed right now on the coast. It looks like 11, and you can go down here, and at what's going to be at 2 o'clock, it looks like it's going to be about 6.
6 knots.
Yeah, and then you can go here and see, you know, the gusts. How much is it going to be gusting? It ain't gusting much. Has all this here, the precipitation, any rain in the area. Looks like it's all south of us here. So I get to see, you know, and let's see a timeline. I can see how's that working. So if I go here, it starts playing through the days. Here's Monday at 11. That's today at 2. Today at 5. It looks like the rain's going away down south. See, so I see, and the winds. It you know, it shows what's going on. So
Very good.
I use that for my weather.
Okay. That's
Got no worries and no steady home. No snow to shovel and no grass to mow. A campfire and the stars at night. I gotta tell you everything's alright in my beach bum's paradise. The weather's warm and my drinks are on ice. I tell you baby everything's alright in my beach bum's paradise. I got a sailboat and an old RV. All my friends, well, they wonder about me. I just tell them that I'm moving along, and I just noticed that my hair got long in my beach bum's paradise. The weather's warm and my drinks are on ice.